that can get on top of this Death Prophet. Oh, Medusa.
I think they were hoping they'd get kills, but tri-laning against Sven, never a good idea here. First
there
one.
it is, X-Nova. Down.
I mean, you have good harass.
Just managed to get the lucky shot onto the Storm to follow up with the Storm Bolt as well as this ensnare. They might be able to grab mid one. They're going to turn, try and finish off Ame as well. That's okay, but now they're going to get X-Nova as well as Puppey's willing to dive that tower. Tanky enough, but... Oh, catching. That's the perfect hero to catch out of position here. X-Nova a little bit too far forward, gets telekinesis back, and there's not much that PSG.LGD can do in return. They get some damage on a mid one, but he will definitely be fine. If anything, FY needs to be able to juke into the trees here, but Puppey just stays right on top of him. He can't not get away from the captain of Team Secret.
Have to go on.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
And how can you really get to that back line? Especially since Pango's not going to offer you the best tri-lane either. He does manage to get another lucky shot proc. Fortunately, there's the Absol who TP'd in, but maybe he really wants to go for this kill. He knows Nisha's entirely out of mana. One last Crypt Storm will secure it. Is eventually going to start farming up Ancients, playing the high ground here to be able to catch Yapzor as he rotates over. Should be a pretty easy kill with the Shackles. Yapzor is going to be able to get the Fate Bolt. That'll slow down a lot of the damage, but FY still holding on to the Swashbuckle. Doesn't actually hit him, but it doesn't matter. They still get the kill. Now potentially dive here in the mid lane. The Exorcism goes out, and maybe he's just going to run down Puppey inside the trees. Puppey trying to juke it out as best as possible. Doesn't manage to get the creeps to block in the Death Prophet for him. Now Death Prophet stuck. Eventually they do kill Puppey, yes, but there's no way for maybe to get out. They're going to try to go forward with the Exorcism. Manage to get the lucky shot onto Doomsize, committing himself to be able to pick up the bounty rune. Now trying to get out the Shackles into the high ground onto the Storm Spirit, who's going to go for that kill, and the Shadow Shaman will be able to get him to the slowdown onto Zai. FY has another Swashbuckle coming up. Doesn't need it though. The Crypt Swarm is enough to be able to get that kill. They're going to try and go for FY here as he's so squishy. The Fate Bolt's going to be enough, and mid one's a little bit low. Fortunately, he does have plenty of mana. Yapzor. Well, Secret may believe in the Medusa versus Sven matchup. It hasn't gone their way. We're going to have another fight here as they are going to have the Rolling Thunder as well as the Arena pop. The supports in the back line are stuck right now.
Doing so much.
Not going to be able to do a whole lot. Mid one's going to be able to jump in farther. Seashell's super low, going to be able to pull him back, and that's another death. And maybe run out of damage. FY. Another Swashbuckle coming up, but it's going to be so hard for him to escape from this unless maybe they can actually turn with X-Nova now joining. Maybe thinks they can go for it. Another good Crypt Swarm. Managed to get the Hex out onto the Doom. A big Infernal Blade hit onto the Death Prophet, bringing him low. They do manage to get a good Swashbuckle in, but they're all so damn tanky. PSG.LGD, they just underestimate how tanky Secret is right now. They can't eat through the Doom, but it was a free game for the cores of that. We do see that we're going to make a dive here in the top lane where they're going to be able to pull back this Sven. 2 cores dead at top. Secret is just totally outmaneuvering PSG.LGD and out-team fighting them. Puppey doesn't care about a tier 2 tower. He'll go for the kill onto X-Nova with the help of Yapzor. Right, they lit PSG.LGD, run into them. FY's trying to set up right now. Goes for the Rolling Thunder with a TP in from Mars, but feels like that was a little bit slow. They do manage to get the arena grab onto the Medusa, so it's going to waste a large part of that Stone Gaze timing. Does manage to get the spear stun as well. It's totally out of mana, and he's just going to get bursted down from here. Left side can somehow stop it. A really great stop. The toss back with the telekinesis as well. The long zip bane is going to be able to grab and kill maybe the Old Scepter. He's going to be left for dead. He knows he can't survive. One last swing from mid one will do it. Chalice is just going to try and get out. A Fate Bolt zaps him down. FY. Yeah, he's got to be pretty happy with that fight set up by Nisha. They are going to be able to get the Doom onto the Death Prophet, just bursting her down so quickly. The Rolling Thunder is going to be there too late. They do have their arena out, but X-Nova's already dead. 2 down from PSG.LGD, and they couldn't actually finish up Nisha either, so now Chalice is stuck in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by Secret heroes. Oh, this is a tough tower to defend. We're going to have to wrap around here. There is going to be the Doom. If they can actually just get out and reset, that'd be fantastic. But there's always going to be that catch from mid one. We managed to grab X-Nova, who turns around and throws some of his abilities. He actually had the War Cry helping him out there and was able to survive for a long time. Tried to get the spear out. Wasn't able to get the Storm, as now Chalice is just going to retreat, but mid one's going to be able to jump back in, pull some heroes out. The Rolling Thunder is going to be able to bounce around. They got the stun of the Storm. They killed him. Now the Rolling Thunder is stunning up so much. Ame tries to go for the kill on Anisha, who runs out of mana, yes, but just survives just long enough. Double damage, Nisha with an eye of Scotty. They're going to show up, manage to get a good stun starting off onto the Mars. Going to try and blow him up as quick as possible with the Surfer's Ward surrounding, but they do have that BKB for Zai, so he can walk on through, go for X-Nova, try and beat him down, but he actually just wants to be able to get out. Nisha is getting stunned up around these Serpent Wards and is a little bit low on mana right now, but now they jump in for the Storm Seer. That's why he was able to make that kind of commitment and just challenge Ame with the God Strike. No problem, they should be able to bring him down. They do manage to get the Storm Seer though. A great silence from the Death Prophet. That is going to be the first life of the Storm. And he'll be back soon. That Sven is going to throw out another Storm Bolt. If he can actually close the distance, get on top of Nisha, they can certainly win this fight. Nisha so low, should be able to get him just a couple more shots. FY, maybe he can find him, but they do get the Fire Blast on FY, and he actually dies here. So Nisha, he's going to be able to team. But now we're going to head back into the game where Ame is in serious trouble. He's going to try and fight up against Zai. And thanks to a little bit of Vlad's lifesteal, he is doing okay for himself. Now the back comes out from FY. Warcry going down as well. Ame just barely alive, but finally the Infernal Blade finished him off. They still get a really good exchange there. It's funny, the net worth pretty much stays the same because Secret's greediness also got them. Oh, nice hangs. They turn around. They are going to be able to get the spear onto the Storm Spirit. FY, they need him to roll into that back line to trap this Storm while he's still silenced up, but it looks like they're not going to commit for this fight. They've thrown away the arena as well as the Serpent Wards, and look at Secret. They're like, well, they used a bunch of abilities. Time to go for it. No God Strength. They're going to try and get some swashbuckle damage in here. Ame makes the commitment, trying to go for Nisha as quick as possible. With the ball from Yapzor, he's controlling so many of these heroes. Now he managed to get a spear drain onto the Death Prophet as well. The BKB goes out. Roshan about to drop. They need to be able to finish this up. Nisha solo as well. They can't afford to Nisha get the agency yet. Challenge gets it just in time. And Nisha, Sword Spirit goes down. They need to be able to get away. Secret, Zai is just trying to run down the river right now, but maybe's got him dead to rights. 3 dead on the side of Secret. Puppy gonna be caught as well. They can't get away from all these blink daggers. What a win. Secret thought to themselves, hey. Best part is he could just save it for the team fight. Let his Aghanim Scepter as well as his God Strength Sven do all the work. All the heavy lifting done by him. He's going to run forward, try and get Nisha. Nisha does not get speared in. Now Chalice is a bit too far forward, going to be pulled into the tier 4s by mid one. A really good Stone Gaze as well. So Chalice is definitely dead, but it is only the first life for him. FY, meanwhile, going for the back line, just trying to stop some of these heroes from saving Nisha. They're trying to focus him down right now. The arena, spear into Nisha. He's almost dead. He's going to be bursted down. No buyback for him. Now Zai, stuck inside the arena as well. He's going to die. He does have buyback, but only him in mid one against the Axis of the Death Prophet, just beating down the tier 4s. All of a sudden, PSG.LGD, they go from winning 1 fight to 2 to now going straight for the throne. They are going to be able to get a Storm Bolt. Mid one's just trying to jump out, go for the back line, but he gets X. He dodges the initiation, gets the X on the Storm, locks it down, and mid one's dead with no buyback as well. Tier 4 is gone. Zai's going to fall here as he tries to throw out a Doom against the Death Prophet, but she just doesn't care. PSG.LGD managed to take this game 1.
Looking for a mid.
Yeah, like a sniper or something, I don't know.
Or
a Medusa.
Or Medusa.
There we go.
6% win rate, I believe, to the favor of Medusa. Team Secret,
the
though.
TP in.
Nice rotation in with Puppy pulling in Yapster. They're going to be able to find Chalice here, looks like, with the Orb of Venom, slowing him down enough. Eventually, they will get that first blood, and it'll go to the Sven, it'll go to Nisha.
My understanding of it is that Dusa's, well, that thought is the mid lane. The
They're
stun's
going to be able
come
to get
into.
the stun into the split earth, the kickback as well, just to make sure.
Nice
that
kickback.
maybe, right? Just because of the timer that they're going to be on, is they're going to be able to find the pick off onto Ame here. Really great setup once again by Puppy's Chen, pulling in the Sven, and he's just missing from that top lane for such a small window.
That's kind of what PSG.LGD sort of have to do right now, is they might even go for this top fight because they
The
have the
rotations
wraparound.
come away, but now they get a 2-man Storm Bolt, a big clean damage and Split Earth as well. Both supports are dead, and maybe, just fortunate enough, oh, they actually went for the lasso there from the side. From the high ground. Zai trying to catch him. They're going to go for the Wukong's command here with the Boots of Travel. Batrider coming in. He's going to try and catch him in one. He will be able to get melee range. Gets the lasso, pulls him back into Wukong's command. He's now dead. Zai from the side throws out his poison. They don't really care about that. They need to just be able to kite Nisha at this point. Nisha slowed down a little bit. Is going to be able to get the bump for it from the Flame Break. Close enough now, maybe to be able to get the Storm Bolt until FY. He knows he needs to be able to save Ame's life. It's going to cost him his own though. Now mid one isn't going for, he's going for the same kind of build that we saw from Sumail.
Gonna go for the TP. The
Might
kick.
be able to catch him. He got him. Yapzor so fast, rolls in a hurry. But Yapzor, well acquainted, is gonna be able to find him again. Time and time again, Yapzor has made Ame's life total hell.
He is making him look like a fool right now as Nisha also finds a kill on X-Nova. And they might get something out of this,
Oh,
but
but he pulled in mid one. He can definitely take this fight against these two, I think, is Puppy. He may not even die. FY's gonna try and go for it with the Fade Bolt. Chalice tries to get a little bit more damage. There's a Mystic Snake as well. Maintaining this high ground stance. The roll in, they're gonna try and catch somebody here. FY, the kick out, they do manage to get the silence onto that Bat Rider. Meanwhile, the back line, X-Nova just gets blown up by the Sven. FY's dead now. Inside the Wukong's command, Ame's trying to fight strong with his Jingle Mastery, but he does take so much damage over time that he can't jump back into the trees. So eventually, Secret will root him out as well. The multi-shot doesn't do much, especially with a War Cry activated by Nisha. They're gonna roll in. They're gonna go for this Medusa. They do manage to get the Doom out onto the Lashrack. That's gonna slow down damage a lot. A nice stomp from X-Nova as well, as Maybe's just standing there with his Stone Cage. Does manage to stone a couple people there, but Team Secret are all tanking up. They're just out of damage on PSG.LGD.
looks like they want to take a fight on this high ground where they got vision, but gonna get rooted out, and another pickoff gonna come onto this FY
The balance
Rubik.
strike doesn't even land. X-Nova shows himself. He should try to push back mid one as best as possible. Give maybe the opportunity. They do manage to take all of his mana away, but he still has an Aegis for another minute and a half. They are going to be able to pull back Yapzor with the Nisha just to make that commitment. Manage to get the two-man stun out, and look at the claim going to work. Nisha with the BKB will force the GG call from LGD.
He's going to potentially buy one. And then you have Golem.
Just kind of harassed a little bit, leaves lane. Now gonna try and deal with the bottom. Puppy almost dying there, but X-Nova's quite
dead.
low, and it looks like X-Nova's gonna be the one to first die. Puppy with the first blood. Chalice.
The Earthshaker, of course, can get kills, and that's exactly why Yapzor hanging around this area. It's gonna be invised up.
Oh, this could be a massive
idea of it.
The Fisher's gonna go out, there it is.
And X-Nova gonna run into Puppy here, but still only level 2.
Everyone's just rotating. Look at X-Nova, he's just booking it. Straight to mid one. They do manage to get the disruption. There is going to be the Haunt out. Mid one's going to be hit by the Stormbolt, but X-Nova doesn't have any damage himself. And FY is going to be eventually run down by Nisha. He's going to try and cut off some of these heroes. He doesn't have the lasso, but he can slow him down with a sticky napalm. FY, he's definitely going to be caught here. Disruption going out. They're really going to try and fight this one. Ame showing up with the spin, only doing a limited amount of damage. Now they do have the lasso. He picked up level 7 off of that kill. That means they're going to be able to maybe catch Ame, but they actually can't do enough. And now, Maybe's here to be able to run down Yapzor. That's going to be one. Haunt out, doing a lot of damage to Maybe. He dies underneath the tier 1 tower. Nisha didn't even have to commit for it. He goes for the back line. He's going to go for X-Nova. One more swing. Down the he gets it. He does. Now to all these heroes keep on showing up in his lane, really trying to pressure this tier 1 tower. They're going to go for it though with the Fatal Fawns, threatening the golem. They're going to drop it now, long enough to be able to get the lasso onto Maybe once again. Maybe shows up in the bottom lane and dies almost immediately. X-Nova, very optimistic TP there, my friend. Stay on map and always get some farm out of these lanes, but now we're gonna find Puppy here. Maybe he's making his way over. He knows that Team Secret are very likely to still take this fight with the Fate of Wands onto. Now they managed to get the lasso out as well. Disruption going down thanks to that Fisher. They managed to stall up PSG.LGD long enough they can follow with the Echo Slam to kill the Shattered Demon, the spin on top of multiple heroes. But now they do manage to get the hold on to Maybe once again. They just keep on doing this and they beat him down with the help of Yapzor. And all these heroes, they're tanky enough, much like game 1 where
Ame's got to find his way out.
The Omni Slash is going to need a spin away in 2 seconds time. Almost has it. Actually does manage to get a surge from the low ground from his Darkseer. A really good play by Chalice to ensure at least the carry doesn't die. And maybe they kill Zai as well. Give the extra boost of movement speed to X-Nova.
Yeah, I still think this is a very 50-50-ish game as they're gonna run into Zai here.
Omni Slash, oh no, it went onto the Golem. Great use of that by Puppy. Now the Yule Scepter, they know he still has spins, so they can't hard commit, but a great Fisher. Now the Echo Slam from Yapzor, revealing the Blink Dagger. Killing the carry of PSG.LGD. We said that was the high point. Maybe Nisha, if they can actually trade this out though, this would be okay. Zai's gonna TP in. They're gonna use the glyph to make sure the creep survives, so Nisha's still gonna fall. Now all this AoE damage, he actually lassoed up the Lashrack, but he's taking too much. He will be able to fly away as Yapzor once again comes to the rescue. Bouncing back to Chalice. They do manage to get the Stormbolt. Yule Scepter stopping him. Managed to get that surge down, and now X-Nova slowed down to a crawl. Yapzor can blink in front of him if he wants to make that kind of commitment. FY's gonna come forward. They do manage to kill Zai with a disruption onto the SF, slowing down this damage. Still, another enchant totem hitting onto X-Nova, and they're just gonna let loose the ultimate just in case.
Too surprising that he didn't get a lot of opportunities as they get the jump.
Lasso, they're gonna try and get him with a haunt here. Throw everything they have in this juggernaut, try and pound him down to the ground, and they do manage to get him. No buyback available either, so this is not a fight that PSG.LGD can win. All they can do is try and stem the loss as much as possible, but Zai, he just keeps on running forward. He managed to find now FY, bounces back with the flame break, mid one, jumping forward. They're gonna try and go for the Centaur stun. Do manage to get a really good wall out as well with this soul buy, but maybe they can, they're just running out of damage at this point, especially since maybe couldn't successfully TP in.
The net worth lead, it just continues to steadily climb. SF getting in position right now, gets disrupted. They're trying to save Chalice here. Zai still on the hunt. Doesn't have his ulti quite yet. He's gonna get purged. But is there a follow-up? Ame
Vacuum as well. X-Nova didn't have that Stormhammer ready to go just yet. Now they're going to get the upheaval. X-Nova knowing that he's in trouble. The Echo Slam jumping to the high ground. They managed to get the Juggernaut. Can they lock him down? They managed to get the spin. Now
they get the shrine.
Can they actually fight underneath this one? They've got the healing ward as well. That one dies. As mid one committed his BKB. The Yule Scepter. Okay, they just managed to stop Chalice in his place as soon as he goes for the surge. PSG.LGD actually thought they're going to go back in for this fight, but now they've been fighting balance up, and now they lost their carry. Is the lasso, the double hit from the Rays with the Fatal Bonds. That wipes PSG.LGD. As you can see, the damage dealt are spent only at 5.7k. Nice vacuum Stormhammer. That's a beauty, but they do manage to get their force staffs as well. Their BKB.
Nisha's low.
Nisha's low, though. They're going to be able to finish him off. The Spectre Illusion's running forward with the Radiance Burn as well. Puppey just saying, I'm going to give up my life. And there's pretty much no better engagement than a Roshan fight for that ability.
Yeah, they pop back with FY. They want to hard commit to this.
Ame's coming in from the side is going to be able to kill some vision to start things off. Just make sure they have an advantage. There's going to be the hot mid one pops BKB, and it's turning. There's going to be the golem. They drop the SF ultimate. They will be able to finish off the Shadow Demon. That's a dive by. But now the other side is 6 on the.
It's only hitting the rock.
The rock doesn't even die to all of that. The SF is fine. Nisha's at half health, and he's ready to go back in as well as he sees that Ame feels uncomfortable with this. He's actually just going to keep going. He doesn't really have a ton of backup here.
Yeah, the SD popped back for that and died. He's gonna get stunned up right now. The Lincoln's is popped, but he manages his way off. He's just trying to stick around the wall at this point.
Yeah. All the Secret have to do is just play patient. They do have this big push that's coming in the bottom lane. It's nice, but Secret know that losing a tier 3 there isn't gonna change the game. What is gonna change the game is this Roshan fight.
Yeah, 30 seconds for this SD. The wall finally finishes up. They still have the big Echo Slam. Zai went in for it, but in the wrong order.
Oh, they're back in the 4-man! The 4-man's done! Ame spinning on in. The Splitter is only going to be able to catch the Warlock here. The self-fuels onto mid one. They need to be able to finish him off. The Radiance Burn. It brings him down. Echo Slam out from the Avatar. That's going to be able to finish off the spin in the Darkseer, but Ame is still plenty healthy. The healing ward's not enough to keep Ame alive. He does have buyback. They need to be able to get Ame out of here and reset, but he actually spins and goes for it. TP's away. Decides better. Thinks the Avatar's going to kill. He may be able to have it too, especially when maybe who cuts him off the boots of travel. Now, maybe he's going to run to mid one as well, who has a fresh BKB, but
this was the buyback.
Zai does not have the lasso. They have the Fatal Bonds on maybe as well. Slow down the upheaval. He self-fuels. Ame spinning in, trying to help him out. The force.
They need to disrupt him.
Trying to chase him down. They need to be able to save baby. He's almost dead, but no! SF dies himself. Spectre, dagger, trying to get to him. The purge. He's catching up. He's catching up. He burns him. Ever so barely. He gets the die back on maybe. And Ame, he's still trying to fight this one out. He sees some supports. He's going to be able to go for Puppey here. Chase him down with the spin. A self-golem though. Explosion.
It's just Ame.
They are already broken the lid. They're going to be able to grab with the lasso as well. He hits the enchant on him. He's dead. He has a buyback. Darkseer's up in 5. Ame, he can't get there in time. He can't TP out, so they are going to be able to get the Aegis and Sheath. Now they have to make sure they don't get picked off here. There's no lasso, but there is a Yules.
Ame's still in the area. He's got to be careful.
They do have the Stormhammer into the vacuum once again with the wall. Oh, great setup. Nisha's in trouble, but they still managed to finish up their Darkseer. But Nisha, he's about to fall here. His first life is gone. A very healthy Ame, but X-Nova's being beaten down by this Golem as he takes out from the flame break bit by bit. Looks like the Radiance Burn. They will be able to find him. Ame has his Lincolns broken. They're going to try and haunt over into him, but he's underneath their shrine right now, and I think Secret realizing that they're not so sure about this fight. Zai's going to keep the sticky napalm up, and they're just going to go for every other hero. It isn't Ame. He does manage to get the purge, and it is going to be breaking Nisha for a little while, but Ame wants to be able to get Zai instead. He's being guided so much by this.
He's got the ult.
He's down with the lasso. He's holding him down. Nisha's beating him 1, 2, 3, and that's it. 5 dead from LGD with no buybacks. Super low.
Once again,
Oh, the
Zai
lasso
found somebody.
into the ultimate. Chalice is going to be hit by the golem as well. He does have that surge. Another Eul Scepter going down. They're going to pop the BKB from mid one. They really want the Starks here. They saw how much power he does in these team
They're all
fights.
slow.
Maybe he's going to come from the side. They managed to get the vacuum out, but Chalice is still dead. Maybe he's going to try and run down mid one, but he realizes he can't commit, especially with Nisha in the way. So instead, maybe they can go for Zai, who's slowing
Zai's
down
got more.
right now. Managed to get the flame break, bump over to the side. Still another 40 seconds for the carries. Juggernaut and Sven.
They're gonna go for
Shatter
throw.
Me, they're gonna go straight for the throw. They know. They saw it. They saw the way maybe Ame couldn't defend 1 versus 5. Maybe he's certainly not gonna be able to do the same, but their damage is so slow. Maybe finally makes his way back to the fountain here.
He's gonna have to do this by himself.
A glyph is gonna
Zai,
go
he's got the
out.
ulti.
Ame, I mean, if he could just buy like 10 seconds time, enough for the Sven and Ame to be able to come back up. But now the throne is exposed. Even if the damage is slow, it is inevitable here. Maybe finds his opportunity, but they're gonna call it here even before they go for the bat ride, and that is it, Team Secret. LGD managed to make it a little bit close, but Team Secret closing out at the end of the game